Check out this cool rock I found. Oh, I already read it. Check out this cool rock I found. Woohoo! Let's do some rock yoga. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Let's start just by feeling the wind. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Let's start sitting. Find a nice comfy rock, like this rock. I might not be able to do a ton of balancing poses on this, but it does feel grounding. Let's slowly start dropping into the body, and maybe before you close your eyes, take a look around and notice what kind of plants, what kind of sounds, all that. Notice the nature that you're in. Hopefully there is some. If you want, you can put a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly and just feel them rising and falling as you're dropping into your breath. We're going to take several breaths here. This is a good grounding yoga. And you can start noticing your sit bones and where they're pressing against the rock or the ground that you've chosen to practice on. And keep dropping into your body. Maybe the rock is pressing into your leg in a funny place. Maybe you feel the wind. Maybe that feels good. Maybe you're worried it's going to storm like I am. Try to let all that go. Rocks are part of the natural landscape here in the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains, and they can provide a grounding force. I like to find a good rock and sit on it. Once you feel like you've fully dropped into your body, we're gonna stay cross-legged for a minute, and we're just gonna do some twists. So I have a little rock behind me. Be careful, don't fall off the rock. But we're gonna do right hand to left knee, and then just twist looking over your left shoulder. We're gonna take a few breaths there. On the inhales, I want you to sit up. Don't flare your ribs, but just sit up a little straighter. And then on the exhale, twist a little deeper. And this should be gentle. We're just getting started. And one thing I'm noticing about my rock, and I'd like you to notice about yours, is that my rock is uneven. So in terms of feeling grounded, it could feel a little unsteady. And I think one thing that is good to remember is that the bird isn't worried about the branch breaking because the bird trusts its wings. And in the same way, you can trust your balance. You can trust your ability to figure things out, even when the ground is unsteady. We're going to come back to center on an inhale. And on an exhale, we'll twist in the opposite direction. Same thing. Inhaling, sitting up a little straighter. Exhaling, deeper into the twist. Using yoga to connect to the earth in this way is really effective because yoga is about dropping into the body. The word yoga actually means unity, and that's unity of the mind and body. And when we're in nature, there's this grounding force. that sort of takes away the screens, takes away the chatter, and lets us focus a little bit more internally and connect with nature as well. All right. Now, once you feel complete with that, we're going to get up into Malasana. So that's a yogic squat. This is very mountaintop of me. I'm not on the top of a mountain. But what we're going to do is situate your feet about hip width apart, maybe tilting the toes outwards just a bit. And then if you can, sit all the way down. If not, maybe you need to find another rock or a block for under your butt. And what we're going to do is put each of our elbows in our knees and bring prayer hands. If that feels too easy, we can start dropping a shoulder in to the knee and then opening the arms up wide and looking up to the heavens. And you want to pick a position that's not too uncomfortable, because you want to really be able to focus in on your body. We're just getting started. And if that feels really easy, we can bring it into a bind, wrapping our, did you hear that shoulder pin? Wrapping our elbow around our knee and continuing to look up. And you might be able to find a way that the rock can make this easier for you, actually. Maybe you don't have the ankle mobility, and maybe you can find a downward sloping aspect of the rock. We're going to come back to center, and we're going to do that on the other side. Keeping in mind that the feeling, and it's okay if you just stay in the center as well. Keeping in mind the feeling might be a little different on each side. And that's okay. Our bodies aren't always even on each side. Doesn't mean something's wrong. And if we had the bind and we want to take it on this side, more than welcome. I recommend this practice at the end of the day. I like to go into nature at the end of the day and use it as a way to kind of reconvene, gather up all the parts of my mind that kind of drifted off throughout the day, and put them back in my brain. Okay, next we're going to stand and do a forward fold directly out of this pose. Exhale. On the inhale, we're going to half lift. And then we'll exhale again to ragdoll. Inhale to standing.